and son, the 11 count, the 5th negative we hold. Parashat Bo, the 8th Mitzvah HaChinukh told. Chametz shall not be inside our possession on the day. 7 days of Pesach, hold the prohibitions blaze. Exodus the 12th to 19th verse, the Lord decreed.
Fiat yamim solo yimatzei the deed.
But if I take him in your houses, 7 days alone. Sages clarify the verse with 2 important tones. Pesach
5b teaches not just home but everywhere. Anything that's in your possession holds the Chametz scare. Beta 7b extends the sword to Chametz 2. Sword and Chametz 1 for prohibition viewed through. Whether start or dough or finished bread, it makes no rift. Are forbidden in the Jewish home through Pesach's drift.
7 days, no comments found within our reach. Not just in the house, but everywhere the sages teach.
So, Chametz 1, the prohibitions for the siege.
Now the short son, the Chinuch ties it back to 5. Same root, same wonder of the leaven and the survive. Plus a new specific layer Chinuch adds today. Bake the matzah dough, we couldn't wait through anyway. Exodus the 12th to 39th verse. Vayo fool, and how about that the dough was baked, it's true. Chametz prohibition is the negative of haste. Matzah is the positive, together they retrace. Now the denims from the laws of every Chametz case. Chametz placed with others or another's in your space. Heck dash Chametz, sacred property, the laws relate. Gentiles Chametz with akara, you don't have to state.
Violent a lamb, gentile, depositing the load to Arov and mixtures pat if you ride it on the road. Saking 45, he teaches every detail right. Tractate beef, Sakim holds the laws across the night.
7 days, no comments found within our reach. Not just in the house, but everywhere the sages teach.
So, Chametz 1, the prohibitions for the siege.
Practice some by men and women every place and time. Now the structure son the Chinuch teaches double crime. One who keeps the Chametz in possession willingly violates 2 negatives that wants the laws to see. Bal Yimatzei shall not be seen, the other coming clause.
Bal Yimatzei shall not be found as present cause.
2 distinct commandments in the count, my son, but 1 single act of holding Chametz violates the run. But the lashes question, son, depends upon the act. If you leavened or yourself, you violated the pact, or you bought the Chametz, keeping it concealed. Lashes come for willful act, the Torah laws reveal. But if Chametz only stayed from days before Pesach, no act of back, no lashes, Chinuch recalls the patch.
The Mitzvah 9 principle. Catalog continues teaching layered rules invincible.
7 days, no comments found within our reach. Not just in the house, but everywhere the sages teach.
So, Chametz 1, the prohibitions for the siege. Exodus the 12th, the 19th, Hashem made it known. Fiat yamim solo yimatzei bishon.
7 days, the leaven shall not be in your possession.
Bal Yimatzei waiting in another verse procession.
Exodus 13:7 holds the partner of the pair. 2 commands, 1 action to kept the catalog declared. Yak, the rules apply. Chinuch of the rain act that brings the lashes passive, lest the rule remain loud.
She'ain bo ma'aseh from Mitzvah 9 returns. Catalog grows, son, the meta structure burns. And I closed the book and looked into my son's eyes, and I told him double negatives, the catalog applies. 1 single like a folding commence at the home. Breaks 2 distinct commandments, Chinuch wrote the tome. Listen close, my son, the next mitzvah arrives. Bal Yimatzei coming and the leaven prohibition lives. Bal Yimatzei.
Son at the tree. Listen, son, the 12th count, the 6th negative we made. Parashat Bo, the 9th Mitzvah HaChinukh laid. Now we shift the Chametz law inside the mixing space. Not pure Chametz, but the Chametz hidden in the case. Exodus the 12th to 20th verse, the law declared. Kol Machmetzet, the words prepared. All that is leavened, shall you never eat, my son. Even if the Chametz is a main but secondary one. Kutak from Babylonia, the perfect prime example. Bread pudding holds the Chametz mixed inside the sample. Pesach 43, your sages clarified the verse. Receive the tradition that the mixed food law works diverse. Question rises in the catalog, so listen close to me. Is this verse a separate mitzvah or a teaching key? 2 giants of the count will read it different ways apart. Rambam and the Ramban, opposite they start.
All that is leavened
shall you not eat the food,
even mixed inside.
another dish the law is glue. The sages clarified the verse the Talmud taught.
Kol Machmetzet lo tokelu.
Hidden Chametz in the mixture caught.
Kol Machmetzet lo tokelu.
Now the Rambam view about the verse arrives at turn. Sefer HaMitzvot 198 position learn. Separate negative commandment in the county holds. Lashes for the breaking when the measure clean unfolds. Kazai in the time to eat a paris half a loaf. K-Day Akilat price the standard of the oath. That much Chametz mixed inside another food today. Torah forbidden lashes for the willful breaking way. But no rate excision. Chinukh says the reason why I mix with the majority. Not pure intact nearby. Not the pure intact Chametz that brings the soul severed. That is Rambam. Hilcha Chametz 1-6 firm and tethered. If the measure isn't met, the Kazayit doesn't reach. Just my Katma, do rabbinic lashes for the breach. Mead, Rabbanan, the prohibition rests on sage decree. Not the Torah wait when the small amount you see. Half loaf, time to eat the paris measures every grain. What you swallow in that window holds the lashes plain. Less than that the rabbi stepped and built the lighter wall. Still forbidden by their words but not the Torah call.
Measure of the Kazayit, Rambam's law, alright. Lashes for the willful breaking when the half loaf survive.
Half a loaf the window where the lashes weigh.
Kol Machmetzet lo tokelu.
Below the measure rabbi seal the lighter say.
Kol Machmetzet lo tokelu.
Now the Ramban took the other side and disagreed. Sefer HaMitzvot, same source, 198 decree. Not a separate mitzvah in the Tari count to take. Part of many leaven on the leaven for the steak. This Kol Machmetzet teaches what the Gemara reveals. Psachim 28b, the sages set the seals. Only have the comments that became risen on its own. Plus the comments risen by another substance shown. Talmud Loma Kol Machmetzet teaches both alike. Indirect the direct leaven in the prohibition strike. For the mixed Chametz where the Kazayit measure clear. Rate abides the same as pure intact. Comments here like Bagi. Invisible, no separate command needed. This is Rambam, position different from Rambam. Seated, heavyweight from Rambam. The soul severed where it lay, light away from Rambam. Ashes count the day, two giants split the question. One says two. Lashes for the wolf around by Rambam. Can't read through, catalog records the split, son. This is how it goes, different counting methods feed the dispute that flows. But the question, son, they both agreed on common ground. Katsi, all half measure forbidden, but no wound. No lashes for the half measure, both sages agree decide.
Rabbi Eliezer
Disagreed, the sages override.
all that is leaven. All that is leaven. All that is leaven.
Yeah. The Nechar. Yeah. Listen, son, the 13th count the 7 negative we add. Parashat Bo, the 10th Mitzvah Chinuch had. This is a Pesach offering law about who eats the meat. Specifically, the verse forbids a certain man's seed. Exodus the 12th, the 43rd verse declared. Kol ben Nechar, lo yochal bo, the law shared. No foreigner shall eat of it, the verse spoke clear. Stranger from another nation can't come near. That's the surface reading easy at the early glance. Foreigner, the gentile from another nation stands. But wait, my son, the sages found a deeper truth. From Kiltad Rabbi Shimon reveals the proof. Read the verse a different way, the words conceal. But Nechar is not just a foreigner, the truth ideal. The verse was hiding something more than meets the sight. On Kelos, the Aramaic version brought the same light. Sages in the Targum aligned upon a single read. Verse means something deeper than the obvious creed. Catalog this carefully, son, the question waits in store. What the surface verse will say is not the deeper core. Now the sages turned the verse and made a question rise.
What if Ben Nechar is not the man from foreign skies?
What if the foreigner is found inside the Jewish home?
What if foreignness is measured by what soul is wrong?
Not the blood, not the birth, but how the actions stand. What if Jewish identity is built by what the hands command? The question, son, is what the verse is asking deep below. Who has turned away from where the Father's wings would show? Listen close, my son, the question pivots all the law. Listen close, my son,
The answer waits inside the awe.
who is the Ben Nechar? The foreigner outside, or the brother turned aside? Who is the Ben Nechar? Whose actions made him foreign from the Father by his side?
Is it just the gentile born outside the covenant gate?
Or the Jew who turned away by what his deeds create?
Not the blood that makes you foreign, but the soul that leads.
The one who turned away from what the covenant believes. Who is the Ben Nechar? The answer, son, is in from the source. The sages did reveal Ben Nechar is the Jew whose deeds were not the seal, not the gentile from outside, but the brother from within. Chilta, read the verse, the deeper way of sin. Onkelos, the Aramaic Targum, saw the same Ben Yisrael whose deeds were foreign to the Father's name. Not the body, not the blood, but conduct of the soul. Apostate Jew is who the verse identifies in whole. Pivot of the verse complete, the sages made it plain. Ben Yisrael Mshu. The verse contains again. Now the shor son the why behind the strict refrain. Chinukh said the same as Mitzvah 5, the Pesach rain. Memory of Mitzvah, the wonders we recall, plus a new specific layer Chinukh adds for all. Pesach offering is a sign and zikaron we hold when we came to take refuge under wings the sages told. Kanfei, Shkina, wings of the divine presence place. Entered into Brit Torah, covenant of faith embrace. Brit Ha'emunah, the covenant of faith we made. Not appropriate to feed the meal to one who has betrayed him. Shumad, the apostate who has left the group behind and had the faith and turned away to leave the chain combined. Yatsamin Haklal, the source describes the soul that went. Kafar Ba'emunah, the apostate covenant unspent. Opposite of who we are, the meal is meant to mark. Memory of refuge under wings when nights were dark. Brings the covenant, the basic meal celebrates as one. Feeding the apostate breaks the signal of the sun. For this kind of reasoning the sages had a way. Who it's logical, no further verse to say. Sometimes Jamara just acknowledges the simple sense. No additional verse required for the case condensed. Now the Dinim, son and Hilkot, Korban, Pesach, chapter 9. Brief and to the point, who keeps the line. Practiced some by men and women, bees men. How about it? When the Pesach offering exists, the people meet. One who feeds the apostate violates the LIB at hand. But no lashes for this negative, the Chinukh's plan. Ain't for my house and no physical act required to do. Mitzvah 9 principle returns from catalog through. Catalog is filled 5 meta rules in shorter span. Mitzvah 9 and 13. Sharing what the principle began. Who is the Nechar? Listen, son, the 14th count, the 8th negative we hold. Parashat Bo, the 11th Mitzvah Chinuch told. Pesach offering law continues, son, the partner of 13. Mitzvah 13 part the apostate from the meat we glean. Mitzvah 14 turns the question to the other side. Who comes from outside the covenant but lives along beside. Exodus the 12th to 45th verse the Lord declared. The word shared. Resident or wage worker shall not eat the meal complete. 2 specific categories the verse when name and meat. Sages opened up the verse and gave us what they mean. Yevamot 71 that teaches every term that's seen. Toshav and Sacher, not the simple workers of the field. Technical halakhic terms the sages made the meaning yield. Listen close, my son, to who the verse describes by name. 2 incomplete covenant categories arrive the same. The list begins. Now the Tarshav son, the first one of the pair revealed. Got Toshav, resident alien, the covenant unsealed. Not a Jew but not a full idolater. Either still man from any nation who has taken on the will not to worship avodas out of the foreign worship ban. First commitment of the Toshav stands across the land, but he still consumes the never let the carcass meat. Animals not slaughtered, kosher waste still on his plate. Partial commitment to the Jewish ethical demand. Rejected idol worship but not full kashrut command. Not a Jew but more than gentile from another nation. Standing in between the covenant and pagan station. Lives among the Jews, respects the central rule of one, but the kashrut and the full immersion never done. Such a man was barred from Pesach, meat by what was said. Cannot benefit from covenant, the partial path is led. Toshav added. Toshav added. Now the Sacha son, the second of the pair that Chinuch wrote. Different category, different reason from the verse he quotes. Saher is a convert who began but did not close. Malvilot, Aval, circumcised but never chose. Or perhaps not yet reached the mikra waters for the dip. Circumcision was performed, the body holds the rip. That the immersion incomplete, the convert grows desire. Started covenant but not yet finished what the path required. Yevamot 71 to hold the technical decree. Sacha doesn't mean a paid laborer for fees. Sages saw the verse and made it different than the rest. Partial convert, he becomes a category of test. Started toward the covenant but never reached the feet. Cannot eat the Pesach, yet his journey not concrete. This is also barred from Pesach. Meet the law instruct, same root as Tarshav, and complete the rule constructs. Toshav added. Sachet added. Toshav added. Now the shore, son, the why behind the dual exclusion taught. Chinuch said the same as other Pesach Mitzvot brought memory of leaven meets Rahim. The wonders we recite, plus a layer specific to this mitzvah burning bright. This korban commemorates Akerute knew the release, and not coming into breed. Emana, steadfast peace, covenant and trust between us and the Holy One above. Fitting that the meat be eaten only by the full of love, only by the Israelims moving complete in faith. Those who hishli move by emuna, not the pasha reach. Tosha as not enter breach, shall land the whole covenant's at your pause before completion of the common sacrament. Either one has come together in the full embrace. Now for neither one partakes the meal of Pesach grace. Chinuch also says, honor the uncircumcised, same fruit, same reason, same exclusion. This is how it ran. Now the din and brief the century, so no laws to elaborate. Practice peace, man, I eat only when the temple rocked. Men and women equal carry this prohibition. No one who feeds these categories violates the lav alone. But no lashes, Chinuch says he and Mahasa, no act. Miss for now, principle continues building catalog pack.
And I closed the book and looked into my son's eyes, and I told him this mitzvah marks the boundaries lie.
Moshe with restricted idols, stature circumcised, but pending to imply categories barred from Pesach blending. Pesach just for those who went the covenant the whole. Only complete Jews partake the meal of feed for soul. The 15th, count the 9th negative, we keep Parashat Bo, the 12th Mitzvah, Chinuch's deep Pesach offering law continues, son, the meat must stay confined. Where the meal begins inside the chavura, it must bind. The verb, the prohibition is declared, min habasachutza, the word shared. You shall not take the meat outside the verse and sit. Stay within the shavura where the brothers break the bread. Exodus the 12th to 46 contains the line. Pesach 85b reveals the place to find. House means more than walls, my son means the assembly space. Kavura, the place the shavura holds the grace. This is not a passive prohibition, son, it carries heat. Lashes wait when meat is taken out, the chavura seed.
Now the chorus comes, my son, to anchor what we learn. Pesach is the royal feast of freedom that we earn. Listen close, the principle is simple at the core. Eat inside the chavura like the kings of yore.
Eat the meat inside the house.
We are b'nei chorin free.
Eat the meat inside the house.
We are kings of land to be. See the verse, decrees the deed. Min habayit, min habasahutzahi.
Eat the meat inside the house.
Not outside, not for portions sent away.
Eat the meat inside the house.
Royal feast inside the shavura every day. The chorus said the principle, the meat must stay enclosed. Now the verse 2 opens up the why the law composed. Why the shavura, why the kings, the royal feast explain. Listen, son, the next verse holds the freedom full domain. Now the shores, son, the why behind this strict location. Chinuch said the same as other Pesach mitzvah's relation. Memory of meats, Rahim, the wonders we recall. Plus a layer specific to this mitzvah, greatest of all. We were made Nechar, at the Exodus is gate free. People lifted up to Adonim, the lords of state. Royal status we received the night we walked away. Kings of land, my son, this Pesach holds the regal way. Pesach commemorates this transformation we hold. From enslaved to free, the royal stations now unfold. Mitzvah teaches we must eat the meal like kings of land. Mount K.A. Rets in their hake, how chambers grand. Everything prepared for kings is eaten in their court. With their large retinue inside the palaces report. For a lamb when they prepare a large meal so rare. Send the portions out to friends because the meal's a flare. Kiddush, the novelty for them, the rare event. We the royal ones eat all inside, no portions send.
Now the chorus tells us, son, the chorus comes around. Royal feast inside the chavura is the holy ground. Listen close, the same hook, same words. Now they swell with the why behind the meaning. Chorus tells,
eat the meat inside the house.
We are b'nei chorin free.
Eat the meat inside the house.
We are kings of land to be. Loloto, see the verse, decrees the deed. Min habayit, min habasahutzahi.
eat the meat inside the house.
Not outside, not for portions sent away.
Eat the meat inside the house.
Royal feast inside the chavura every day.
The chorus said the same, but son, the meaning now is full. Royal feast inside the chavura while the principle pulls. Bridge approaches now to teach the laws around the rule. What it means to break this verse, the lashes are the tool.
Now the denims on the laws of how the bayit must be drawn. Hey, kef the perimeter, chavura marks before the dawn. Mishneh Torah Koban Pesach chapter 9:3 teaches well, keeps a partition if it breaks the law to tell. Application, sun and time, a temple still we live. Men and women equal, carry what the prohibition give. One who takes the meat outside the shavura's holy place. Lashes do apply because the physical act we trace. Akirat the dislodging and hanachat the planet feet. Like the Shabbat Ota'ad, the carrying that's incomplete. Mitzvah 9 taught us some to laugh without an act. Till the act exists, the lash is finally exact. Catalog, meta rule, reverse today, no exemption pass. Carrying out the meat invokes the lashes through the class.
The book and looked into my son's eyes, and I told him this is mitzvah of the kingdom prize. Eat the meat inside the chavura where the kings reside. Royal feast does not send portions to the world outside. Lashes for the carrying out the act is clear and known. Like the Shabbat carrying the law is consonant and tone. Min habayit,
Min habayit,
min habayit, min habayit.
With some low-tish brew. With some low-tish brew.
Yeah. Listen, son, the 16th, count the 10th, negative we hold. Parashat Bo, the 13th, Mitzvah HaChinukh told. Pays at offering law, the simplest prohibition yet. Vet some low-tish brew, Bo, the verse the breaking set. Exodus the 12th, the 46th, same verses last. This time, half the verse forbids the bone-breaking cast. Not the meat outside the shavura, this time, son, the bone. Every edzem of the offering protected on its own. Brief mitzvah in the source, the bone must not be broken. Cartilage and joint preserve, the rule clearly spoken. Now the short, son, the why the small specific charge. M15 royal feast continues, we eat with status large. Royal feast continues with the meal inside the place. Bones must stay intact, preserving every royal trace. Kings do not drag bones and break them, son, kahlavim. Sons of kings do not engage like dogs in feast routine. Be named lachim and yoatzei, eretz do not feed. Cracking bones with teeth like starving people in their need. Only impoverished, hungry people gnaw the bone to find every shred of meat extracted from the cartilage assigned. Royal hands do not stoop down to crack the marrow open. Royal tables hold the meat with every bone unbroken. We are no longer common, son, no peasants on the dust. Sons of priests and kings, my son, in righteousness we trust. Gulami kol ha'amim, the chosen of all earth. Mamleket kohanim goy kadosh, the word acts of royalty and feasting. Place the truth within our days. Reenactment makes the freedom permanent always.
Why so many mitzvot to remember one event? Because the hearts are drawn after the action sent.
Now my son might come and ask me with the question deep. Why so many mitzvot to remember when one would keep? Father turns to answer son with wisdom from above. This is not from wisdom, child, this is youthful love. Listen close, the principle that shapes the deeper way. Ha'adam mifakfi pulotav teaches all the day. Man is acted upon by every action that he sows. Heart and all the thoughts are drawn behind the deeds he knows. Achrei hapulot nim shachim halvavo. Pure hearts are drawn after the actions for the certain cure. This is the most famous teaching of the catalog inside Chinukh's foundation principle. The soul cannot misguide. Even Rasha got more, the perfectly corrupted soul. Heart toward evil all the time without a virtuous goal. If he engages Torah mitzvah constantly each hour, even shallow lishma, not for sake of heaven's power. From not for its own comes for its own sake. True and right power of the act will kill the Yetzirah light. The repeated action shapes the inner chambers of the man, slowly turns him toward the good, the principle's grand plan. Even Sadiq got more, the perfectly righteous heart. If he constantly engages evil, he will fall apart. Like a king who forced a man to work a wicked craft. Even from the righteous starts, the soul becomes the draft.
Why so many mitzvot to remember one event? Because the hearts are drawn after the action sent.
My code 23b states it plain, the deeper truth. Bratisa hakadosh baruch hu zakok the youth. Hashem wanted to grant merit, gave us many laws. Occupy our thoughts and deeds, the merit gives us cause. Sages hinted at the same now, code 43b. Mzuzah on door tzitzi, on garment, feeling deceit. Constant mitzvot to me be your promise, man won't sin. Constantly the actions act upon his soul within.
Yet it tells you faith is full, enjoy the pleasure small. Markets, jokers, found speech, things that bring no guilt at all. Do not say it, son, the snare will catch you in the net. Many drank the cup of poison through this thought regret. Now you know, my son, the depth of why we keep so much. Many mitzvot guard against the evil's tempting touch. Now the din and brief, son, even after meal the rules remain. Kazahit basa laws and school seem the law sustained. Psakim 84 holds the full halakhic care. Practice bees, man, abide men and women share. One who breaks the bone of pure passage, the lashes start. Mitzvot 15, 16, the act required play their part.
And I closed the book and looked into my son's eyes, and I told him this mitzvah of the bones we recognize. Pesach offering preserved like sons of royal class.
Bones intact,
not broken like the hungry mass.
of the deeper truth, my son, the principle is known.
Hearts are drawn behind the actions, and the soul is sown. Betem lo tishbu, betem lo tishbu, betem lo tishbu.
Yeah. Listen. Yeah. Listen, son, the 17th count, the 11 negative we got. Parashat Bo, the 14th Mitzvah HaChinukh taught. Pesach offering law continues, son, the boundary draws tight. Now we close the question of the IRL in plain sight. Exodus the 12th, the 48th verse declared. Kol Machmetzet, boast the word shared. And every uncircumcised man shall not eat of the meat. Pesach offering forbidden, son, to those without the seat. Brit Mala is the marker on the body of the man. Without this mark, he stands outside the covenant's plan. Listen, son, the verse defines a specific all case. Not just anyone, the sages narrowed down the place. Mitzvah 14 previewed this excluded man as well. Now we close the Pesach exclusions where the lashes dwell. 3 exclusions catalog is built across the recent run. Apostate stranger, now the all triple work begun. Catalog closes, Pesach eating's out of boundary state. Who can eat the offering, son? The verse will now relate. Who is the HaChinukh? Ask the son to understand, man whose brothers died from Mala by the cruel hand. Brit Mala procedure took the lives of older sons. Family medical history exempts the younger ones, not the willful unmarked man. The verse here doesn't speak about apostate refusal of the Brit, the souls who creak. This is not the apostate, the sages don't need the same. Shumad already covered by Mitzvah 13's way. Verse is teaching us the medical exception, son, not the willful one, but legitimate, cause that's done. Brothers died from circumcision when they were small. This man could not be circumcised, the law won't call, but he eats the matzah, son, the bitter urban bread. Just the Pesach offering forbidden from his stead. Other matters of the Seder open for his role. Just the offering excluded by the verse's whole. Now the short son, the Y brings back to Mitzvah 14. Same root for the Toshav, Sachir incomplete remains keen. He
Shlimu ba'emunah, not complete in faith they stand.
Israelim,
Urim are the only ones to take the brand.
Blessed offering memorial of Kerutenu. The night we came under wings of Shekinah, holding to the light. Brit Torah and Brit Ha'emunah. We entered through. Markamala is the physical mark we knew. Markamala is the covenant the body has to bear. Without the mark, the offering is not his to share. All Toshav, Sachir, the 3 forbidden cause, incomplete inside the covenant, violating laws. 3 categories united by the single source deep. Incomplete in faith, excluded from the meal we keep. 3 perspectives different, but the principle the same. Brit Shalem missing keeps the offering out of frame. This is Brit Shalem, son, the covenant complete entire. Pesach demands the full inside. Not the partial fire. Now the denim, son, the laws around the broader scene. Milah of the Banim, circumcision needed clean. Children, sons in Aberdeen, the servants need the mark. If they need the Brit and you have not the way it's dark, you cannot perform the Shekinah, son, or feast partake. You must complete the Milah of your household for the state. Family obligation reaches into Pesach's holy time. Father must complete the Brit of all his sons in line. Sakim
whom holds the laws for cases that arise. Now application, son, in time a temple undisguised. Practice beast, man, how by heat, men and women carry true. One who eats a kazayat being all violates the few. Lashes do apply, son, for this physical eating act. Same as Mitzvah 15, 16 lashes, lock the fact. 3 in a row, my son, the lashes apply since 15. Eating, breaking, carrying the physical acts have been cataloged. Meta rule established by this triple weight act. Required Mitzvah, get the lashes at the gate. Laugh, she ain't Bal Yimatzei, stays exempt from the lashes path. Act the physical doing brings the punishment is wrath. Mitzvot 15, 16, 17, the act required 3, carrying, breaking, eating. Make the lashes guaranteed.
And I closed the book and looked into my son's eyes, and I told him this mitzvah closes those who are denied. All cannot eat the offering, Brit Mila is the bar. Matzah open to him, Pesach offering goes far. 3 in a row, the lashes, son, for acts the law has known. Catalog meta rule 15, 16, 17 is grown.
Listen, son, the 18th, count the 4th, positive we hold. Parashat Bo, the 15th, Mitzvah HaChinukh told. Now we shift from Pesach, son, the firstborn, sacred ground. Sanctified to be cold, wrote the first issue, son, is bound. Exodus, the 13th, verse 2 declares the call. Kadesh li kol, be called Peter Korachem all. B'nei Israel, ba'adamu v'abema is heard. Leave who is mine, says Hashem, the sacred word. Man and beast, the firstborn male belongs to Hashem, right? Sanctify the animal, declare it holy in his sight. Be called road track, they tend to teach us which beasts fall inside. Ox and sheep and goat, the my Torah classified, not the kaya wild animals excluded from the rule. Impure beasts, only donkey enters this exclusive tool. Owner sanctifies the firstborn, says the words that consecrate. Raise a code as she declares, behold this holy state.
Sanctify the firstborn son, the sacred way. Give the first fruit, son, we consecrate today.
Everything in this world is his creation,
And we're blessed and lifted up in dedication.
give the first fruit, son, as holy sacrifice.
Firstborn belongs to Hashem at any price.
Not a sure, son, the depth behind this dedicated art. Hashem wanted us to merit doing mitzvah at the start. Praise sheep, peer, yo, the beginning of his fruit we give, so that we may know that high cold shallow we live. Every single thing in this world belongs to him alone. Man, there's nothing in this world except the parts Hashem has thrown. Dive in his kindness, the portion he divides. When man labors, many labors, troubles rise on many sides. Reaches the time, his work is finally born to fruit at last. And this first fruit is beloved to him like the apple past. The apple of his eye, the treasure known. Immediately he gives it to the Holy One as his own. Empties his possession of it from the all shut he holds. Puts it in a rashad of the bow ray the creator folds. Also to remember my copy call. Broke the great night, firstborn of Egypt struck Hashem. Saved us in his might. Oh.
Sanctify the firstborn son, the sacred way. Give the first fruit, son, we consecrate today.
Everything in this world is his creation.
Every blessing lifted up in dedication.
Give the first fruit, son, as holy sacrifice.
Firstborn belongs to Hashem at any price.
Now the denim, son, the details of the sacred gift so plain. Owner does not give at birth, the time and law will reign. Sheep and goat, that 30 days for owner keeping cattle. Gasa 50 days, Biko wrote 26 bees. Teaching Kohanim receive the animal and bring it to the shrine. Diamond Keller, blood and fat up on the altar's line. Priest then eat the meat inside Yerushalayim. Oh, this is the sacred order of the sacrifice unfold. If a blemish on the moon developed on the beast we breed, Cohen eats it anywhere for anyone he'd feed. Like the children unsanctified, the meat the lawless flow. Hatame vata hoyo no, we all know. Now outside the Holy Land, the ruling has a split. Some say lock the door and let it die. Eliezer writ of the say Rambam ruled we must always kill. Application some biblical Arets Yisrael fulfill. Rabbinic rule extends the mitzvah beyond the Holy Land. Cohen owner brings the sacrifice by rabbinic command. Mitzvah caused by history, the Chametz notes with care. Bikurei Mitzrayim struck the memory we bear.
Sanctify the firstborn son, the sacred way. Give the first
I closed the book and looked into my son's eyes, and I told him this mitzvah of the firstborn we recognize. Ox and sheep and goat, the first issue, son of purity, given to the Kohanim, the priests in majesty.
We give the first fruit that we make. Everything belongs to him. Our whole life is to take.
No. Yeah. Listen, son, the 19th come to 12th, negative today. Parashat Bo, the 16th Mitzvah Chinukh's is way. Brief return to Chametz on the Pesach cycle. Call back to the 9th, 11th Comets Mitzvah walls. It's against the 13th verse 3, the source declared. Lo ye'ahel ha'amet. The words on the law shared. Simple prohibition, don't eat Chametz on the meal. During Pesach's on the leavened bread's forbidden seal. Chinuch shores briefly says the same as those before. Same as of the Pesach Mitzvah, memory of the shore. No new contents on the shores, keeps it very tight. Just a cross reference on the call back to the light. This is number 19. Chametz eating we oppose, following the destruction laws that came before this close. Now the mitzvah has its own specific weight and voice. Volitional or accident determine the outcome and the choice. Now the 11th handled destruction and the finding law. Now the 19th handles eating Chametz mouth and jaw. We becomes the Chametz first begins. 2 Sorah. Bal Yimatzei second joins the sins. 3 Kuz means belt is third, the count runs on. 4 Sheba let Shualos the 4th position. 1 5 She back on piece to 5 that bang. Chametz me Nedagan the plan. Now the denims from the details of the Chametz we must know. Chametz me Nedagan the 5 grains the law will show. Chita and Sorakus mean complete the list of 3. Shebo let Shual and Shifon 5 grains total we see. Zahim 35 will be elucidate situations then. Any of the 5 if leaven crosses over into offense. Also Orach shine 446 to 468. Details of the Chametz laws the codes elaborate. Water plus the grain plus time creates the Chametz state. 18 minutes on the halachic time and seals the gate. Kneading with the Maypay wrote the fruit juice. Makes a rule different from water needing sun. The fruit juice is a tool. Letita the soaking of the grain. The rules examine well. Even Letita can create the Chametz status where they dwell. Top shield cooked food with Chametz found within is treated same. Hot or cold defined and still classifies the food to blame. Every kind of Chametz mixture son the rules of substance stay. 5 grains from the core of what the Torah keeps at bay. Application universal every place and every time. Any Jew who eats a kazayit invites the deepest crime. We becomes the Chametz first begins. 2 Sorah. Bal Yimatzei second joins the sins. 3 Kuz means belt is third, the count runs on. 4 Sheba let Shua holds the 4th position. 1 5 Sheba right completes the 5 that stand. Eat the kazites on the carrots at hand. Application universal son the mitzvah has no bounds. But Kol Machmetzet, but Kol is mine every place it sounds. Men and women equal carry this prohibition great. Every time not bisbin not by it's on the truth is straight. Now the penalty must on the weight of this transgression. Eating Chametz on the Pesach carries deepest expression. Be mazy, volitional consumption of the kazai. It hits break the excisions on the soul is cut and quits. Cut off from the people, cut off from eternal share. Reigns the divine punishment beyond the earthly care. We shall gag in the dirt and eating brings a different fate. I fix an offering to bring and stay. Not the lashes of 15, 16, 17 might. This is carrots on the level far above the height. Now compare the penalty son across the catalog shown. 15, 16, 17 brought lashes, now the carrots known. 19 closes Chametz cycle with the highest penalty of all. Volitional took the rate and adverting to the chatter call. Karate is the divine cutting off from community. Whole chatted sacrifice restores the accidental sinner soul. Catalog escalation son from lashes to the cosmic tier. Chametz seed and carries level highest me revere. And I closed the book and looked into my son's eyes, and I told him this mitzvah of the Chametz we won't prize. 5 species of grain forbidden on the Pesach feast. Be raisy and carrot, be shogesh, the chatted at the least. Every place and every time the mitzvah stands unbroken. Highest catalog penalty for Chametz words are spoken. No. Yeah. Listen, son, the 20th, count the 13th, negative, right? Parashat Bo to 17th, Mitzvot Chinukh sight. Bal Yimatzei is the name of the specific Chametz law. Chametz shall not be seen inside our dwellings, any flaw. Chametz cycle catalog, my son continues to unfold. 19 handle eating, 20 handle seeing sold. Exodus the 13th, verse 7 starts the frame. Lo Yirayah, Chametz the Chametz saying. Lo Yirayah, so continues the phrase. The Kovul Shiva Yamim all 7 days. On the surface, the verse appears to give us 2 commands. Chametz not be seen and so not be seen, separate demands. But the sages have another red that we will now explore. Verse so on the Chametz, close with sort of shared flow. 2 Hebrew words in 1 verse, the question rises high. Are these 2 mitzvot or 1 law with double cry? Wait to hear the sages, the deeper reading of the pair. Chorus arise with the unity behind what's laid bare. Now the sages open up the verse and make a question rise. Why did Torah say both Chametz and soar in 1 prize? 2 negative, distinct or 2 words for 1 same act. Is the verse doubling up or is unity the fact? Read again, my son, the opening of verse to end. Chametz starts to sit and so the closer where they blend. Look what the rabbis notice with their careful reading pure. Bait to 7b, the Talmud teaches on the theme sure. Listen close, my son, the hinge around the meaning tight. Chorus lands with what the sages taught in blazing light. Chametz is so the sages have declared. Chametz, 1 prohibition, 2 names, the truth shared. The verse unifies them clear. Leaving bread, leaving agent, same law near. Chametz is so the ruling never blurred. Who saw the sages' Aramaic word? Said the truth, the sages taught in Bait to 7b. Chametz is so 1 negative, the ruling that we see. No division between the leavened grain and starter yeast. Bal Yimatzei covers both without a difference in the least. So the sourdough that causes leaving the bloom. Chametz the result, the leavened dough that fills the room. Both are covered by the negative, the visual command. Everything that causes Chametz or risk Chametz on our land. Verse 2 opens, now my son within them in the norm. Application in the split penalty, ways to take the form. Now the shore son brings back the Pesach Mitzvah. Before brief cross-reference on the shore. Shiz and giving more than the Mitzvah found in peace. Keen the tractate old turbo rock shine 434 the details told. Application universal every place and every time. Men and women equal carry this prohibition prime. Now the penalty son splits into 2 distinct paths depending on the action or the omission at last. For scenario some buying Chametz on the passage day. Places it in his Hashuto, takes the Chametz in the state. Physical act of buying in the placing in the space. Lashes apply son because there is an act in place. Second scenario so not removing Chametz from the house. Kept from before the passage quiet passive as a mouse. Not removing Chametz is an action, son, to note. No lashes for the omission, son. The sages wrote. Evashing Bomaha said the principle we know. Mitzvot 9, 11, 13, 14. We saw show. Now this mitzvah pairs with 11. Son, the sister side. Bal Yimatzei was finding Bal Yimatzei is the guide. 2 aspects on the visual and finding paired. Chametz cycle closes here where boundaries are aired. Chinukh notes this catalog. Point about the level acts the active physical execution. Son, the omission stack. Single mitzvah split by acting on act on 1 head. Buying gets the lashes, not removing lashes flared. This is catalog moments on the frame which clear as test. Same prohibition, different penalty by physical arrest. 20 closes, Chametz cycles on the catalog design. 9, 11, 19, 20, complete the Chametz line. And I closed the book and looked into my son's eyes. And I told him this makes the son of Chametz visualize. Bal Yimatzei, son the visual 11 scene. Soaring Chametz unified, the sages teaching keen by and brings the lashes on the physical act appears. Not removing no lashes on the sages rule adheres.